Level 989.
Welcome to a 989 on Health Extra. These quick supplements should help ease any withdrawal symptoms you may experience while waiting for our next full episode. So, Mike, what's on today's agenda?
We've received another great topic request from a listener. This week's question is, let's say I'm sitting on the toilet and I use some toilet paper to wipe my nose, then use that same piece of toilet paper to wipe my butt. Could I make myself sick that way? That's a good question. Before I even reach for my keyboard, a few conflicting thoughts occur to me. The first one is, well, any viruses or bacteria, they're already in your body, right? Can you really infect yourself with something you already have? Turns out, that is a terrible, oversimplified reaction. When you give the question a few moments' thought, the answer quickly becomes, why risk it? That sounds like a bad idea. Now, I don't think this listener was trying to conserve toilet paper like a miser. Sometimes you're sitting there, daydreaming or worrying or planning the rest of your day. You might do something like that without thinking. Turns out there is some data on this. And maybe it's just me, but doctor talk always amuses me. The doctor talk for this is digital contamination from an infected oropharynx, which means your mouth, nose, and throat. And while the digital makes it sound like you're about to get a computer virus, here digit means finger. Now, there can be hundreds of different microbes in your nose at any time. Some are only briefly trapped there before they can truly get into your body, and mucus and other nasal secretions are working to kill them before they can really get in. So with the touching and the transmitting, you're interrupting the body's natural defenses by spreading microbes to another mucous membrane, like your mouth or your anus, and that can be very bad news. One of the most common instances of this is in children, who are often a lot less discriminating about what and where they touch. Kids, or adults for that matter, that transfer microbes from their nose to their butt can end up with proctitis, which is an inflammation of the anus. You'd think it would be anusitis, but no. Now, this proctitis is not fun, folks. Symptoms include continual urges to have a bowel movement. See, the rectum has one primary job, and when it's overstimulated, it thinks it's potty time all the time. You might also experience constipation, pus, blood, cramps, and pain. Alright, so that was proctitis. But you can also get a strep infection. Yes, as in strep throat. And I found a whole slew of mommy and daddy blogs, always an entertaining and informative read, even if I don't have children, and these blogs had a lot to say about a condition called strep butt, which often involves a rash on top of all those other fun things I described about proctitis. One of the problems with strep butt is it doesn't happen super often, so a doctor might misdiagnose the problem as diaper rash or a fungal issue, and so the unfortunate patient might go through a few weeks, ladies and germs, of discomfort before the doctor thinks to do a swab test and specifically check for strep. Once strep is identified, now they don't have to let your sample grow in a culture. The strep test and its result take only about 10 minutes. They can prescribe an antibiotic like amoxicillin, which will clear up the problem pretty quickly. Now, let's step away from the butt for a bit. I have to admit, I've wondered a similar thing about Q-tips used to clean the nose and the ear. I did a quick bit of research, which demonstrated that either Q-tips are amazing and wonderful, or they will puncture your eardrum or nasal cavity and keep right on going into your brain, killing you instantly. Alright, I'm exaggerating. Average people and medical professionals alike are strongly divided when it comes to Q-tips. That said, I personally take my own life in my hands and clean my nose and ears with Q-tips. I do not recommend that you even gaze upon a Q-tip. Apparently, they are deadly. Now, I have a huge container of Q-tips. I'm not trying to conserve them, but sometimes I clean my ear, and then I get distracted. Did I leave the gas on? And then clean my nose. And then I wonder, did I just use a fresh Q-tip for each location? Or did I forget and use that same Q-tip twice in quick succession? I wasn't able to find very much about digital transmission of microbes between the nose and the ear, though I did come across an article that viral infections in the nose play a role in ear infections, especially in children. So as I said before, why risk it? It's so simple, it's almost silly to say, but one of the best things you can do for your health is wash your hands frequently. And right along with that, don't infect yourself with careless use of toilet paper or other items. Thanks again to our great listeners for sending in suggestions. If you'd like to send in your own topic for consideration, head on over to level989.com/contact and make it so.
That's all for now. You can find links to read more about today's topics at level989.com. Why not take a moment to rate or review us in iTunes, or give us a mention on social media? We can't help everyone if they don't know we exist. Don't rely on us as an alternative to medical advice from a professional healthcare provider. For the full disclaimer, please see our website. Thanks for listening, and now, go health yourself.